Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mothers would practically build themselves. Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Murph. Welcome to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today I have a kit that's been out for a while, and I've owned it for a while. Boy, how many years now? What, 4 years, 5 years I've had this kit. And I'm finally getting around to building it, but I haven't reviewed it. So now we're going to take a look at it. I got this from my friend at Kit Links. Loa Cantheon bought this on a real good deal, and I know he's still got plenty of them, so if you want one of these, check out Kit Links and pick one of these up. They're really cool looking. So this is the KV-5. Again, this will be in my World of Tanks series. This is a tank that kind of never saw the light of day. It was going to, but the war got in the way. It's got a really cool little figure here, and we'll show that to you here in a minute. Here's the side of the box with different markings and the parts breakdown. I've already opened this because I've messed around with it before. The figure. Here is the figure, and I think you've seen this little guy hanging around some of the other builds that I've done, but I put him together right before the pandemic. And I kept saying, this is how we're going to be cleaning bathrooms during the pandemic. And I was pretty close to right. But he's really a cool little figure. Takom's got some figures that they've put out that are just amazing. And he's actually one of my favorites. I keep him up here right above my desk, so I can kind of check him out all the time. But he used to sit on the desk at work all the time when I wasn't a retired person. Okay, so here's the destructions. Talks about Object 225, a canceled project of a heavy tank, blah, 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 107mm gun. How to build it and put on your decals. Here's your parts breakdown, building the wheels, building the small turret, getting the lower chassis put together, and the tracks. More of the upper hull, and then building the turret. Grand total of 19 steps in this. And here's your decal placement. So 19 steps. Looks like a pretty easy build. So let's take a look before I get going on this. So here's the turret, and you'll notice that it's got some great weld seams. Maybe you can't see them because it's black. It's molded in black, and some torch cut marks there. That looks really nice. I mean, the detail on the turret's good, and it's not perfectly smooth either. It looks kind of like rolled steel. I mean, very, very well done. Okay. And here's parts of the turret, the fenders, part of the lower hull. And oh, looks like I've already put one of those together. The little turret here with the machine gun. I didn't get too ambitious on this, did I? I really need to get it finished. But that looks good. Sprockets, mantlet, that's a huge mantlet. And more wheels. A ton more wheels. And torsion arms. There's 2 of those sprues. And that's the tank. Here's the other one of these that I've already put together. It does have this really nice metal barrel. Let's see, gotta open this up. Okay, so we got this nice metal barrel here, turned aluminum, and we've got some grates that are photo etch. That's great, just great, man. Poly caps. Got a couple of clear lenses. And here is the decal sheet. And finally, the very last thing, and I'm not going to open these up just yet, but there's 3 frets of individual track links. These look a lot like Panther G tracks. They aren't, but they look a lot like them. And they're individual link plastic. So I like those. I don't mind building those. I can do that. I'm excited. I've been wanting to get on this, and that's why I pulled it out, and then got looking at it, went, oh, I've never reviewed that. So maybe somebody else is going to want one of these and want to see what it's like before they get into it. So there you go. I mean, really, just, you know, other than wheels and a lot of tracks, the rest of it's a pretty easy build, kind of like that big Japanese super heavy tank was. It was just wheels and tracks, and everything else was quick and simple. So probably take a couple of weekends to get this built, and we are going to paint it up as one of the Halloween tanks from World of Tanks. So thanks for joining us today, folks, and we will see you again next week on The Stash.